Hello everyone. Today I'm bringing you ACL. This is a technical point in Huawei certification. It includes some rules that devices can use to classify packets and handle different types of messages differently, thereby achieving control over network access behavior and also limiting network traffic. Additionally, it can prevent network attacks. The classification of ACL mainly includes 6 types. The first one is based on interfaces. The encoding range for ACL is from 1000 to 1999. Then there's the basic ACL. It ranges from 2000 to 2099. Next is the advanced ACL. It ranges from 3000 to 3999. Then there's the layer 2 ACL. It ranges from 4000 to 4999. After that, there's the user ACL. It ranges from 6000 to 9999, which is relatively long. And the last one is based on MPLS. Its range or diff is from 1000 to 10999. Let's briefly introduce them again. First, the interface-based ACL can filter packets based on the routing interface of the packet. The basic ACL can filter packets based on the source address. The advanced ACL can filter based on the source IP address or the source IP port number, protocol type, etc. Yes, it helps me filter. The layer 2 ACL filters packets based on the source MAC, destination MAC, and Ethernet protocol. These layer 2 information packets are filtered accordingly. Then, the user ACL can filter based on the original batch, original service group, the original user group of the packet, etc., including destination IP, destination service group, and destination user group. Then the last one is MPs. It filters based on the TTL value or XP value of the MP's packet, etc. The ones we use most frequently are the basic ACL and advanced ACL. Now that everyone has an understanding of ACL, let's learn how to use ACL in Huawei. We first need to enter the system view. Then proceed with the configuration. First, write an ACL. After that, we will have a number identifier. There are many based on different numbers, and of course, different devices support different classifications of ACLs. In this case, it only supports these 4 types: basic, advanced, layer 2, and user. For example, we take the basic ACL as an example. If I write 2000, then it belongs to the basic ACL. Then we will enter the configuration view of ACL number 2000. After entering, we will then write the rule. This rule is called route. And then we write its ACL rule ID. This ID is very long. Generally speaking, our first ACL. If you don't write this rule, then for this ID, you can directly write permit or deny, which means allow or deny, both are fine. For example, I directly write permit. Or deny, both are possible. So what is the purpose of choosing an ID? So it allows us to specify the step size individually, with the default step size actually being 5. Then the second rule is 10, which means it will add 5 each time. So this is leaving some space for us to modify in the future. If it's very compact, then modifying the ACL later will be very troublesome. For example, if I don't write an ID and directly write permit, it allows certain traffic. How about that? Or if I write deny, it means rejecting certain traffic. How about that? So let me use permit as an example. What am I allowing to do next? We can follow it with a source, which is the original IP address. We mentioned earlier that this basic ACL can impose restrictions based on our original IP address. So I write a source, and then we can write this original address in this dotted decimal format. Then, or you can write any to allow any original address. For example, if we want to match a, how do we write a subnet? For instance, if I want to match a 1.1.1.0 subnet, I would write 1.1.1.0, and then what we write next is called wildcard mask. We can take a look at this part. It's called wildcard mask. This wildcard encoding is not used to distinguish between the network number and the host number in the way we write it. It is written like this. The wildcard mask is used to tell the router or the switch how many bits of the IP address I need to check. So 0 represents the bits that need to be checked, and 1 represents the bits that do not need to be checked. This 255 is equivalent to 8 ones. If you say that we do not need to check this part, we need to check the first 3 segments. Then, as long as it is 1.1.1.0, it will match. This is our most basic configuration. Afterwards, for example, we can add another one. This time segment. If needed, you can add a time segment, for instance. Oh, if I just press enter before, then this rule is actually completed because it only has 1 CR, which means you can press enter directly. So the configuration is completed. Let's take another look at display this. We can see our current configuration. First of all, it's ID. It will automatically add 5 for us by default. And what if I write another one? Permit source 2.2.0. Then if I want to match this 2.2.2.0 network segment, when I write the wildcard mask, I need to write 25 in the 4th segment. Okay. Enter. We can see that for the second one, its ID is 10, which is their rule. Of course, I can manually specify this ID. If I specify 6, then this 6. It will be between 5 and 10, because the sorting is based on the ID. 3.330. It will be in this position. And you have to say that the space between 5 and 10 is kept for our convenience in future modifications. So how will they match when they are matched? So for example, some of them are duplicates. The first one might be permit, the second one might be deny. So if there is a duplicate, for instance, I write another rule, and then write a deny 1.1 ... We need to write a source. 1.1, 0.0, 0.0.0.255. Okay. Display. Let's check this place. We have a permit rule in the front and a deny rule later. So, will it execute the rule with ID 5 or the rule with ID 15? It will execute this one because our execution process is from top to bottom. If this rule is matched, there will be no further matching afterwards. This is a basic configuration of our ACL. Today, we'll stop here. If anyone is interested in Huawei N or the Huawei Certification Question Bank, feel free to leave a comment below my video. If you have any questions about my technical points, you can also leave a comment below my video